Hey guys, okay, so we're here with another video from J&D Projects. So I'm down here tonight. I'm down here because by myself because Dad has had kind of a rough day and he didn't want to come down. So I'm gonna start a little video here real quick. He'll probably come in later on, but we have this really cool project here. It is an old blower for an old forge, and it's made by the Champion Blower and Forge Company, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. But on this other side, it also says Midway Spiral Gear Blower. So I guess it's made by those two companies. I haven't really done much research on that. I will the next time you will see me. Here, it has the same stuff written all in here, and it has the patent date, which is 1902, April 15th, 1902. So, it's pretty old, just by the patent date, you know. So, I'm gonna get this all set up for, where we can start disassembling it, and I'll get back to you with y'all in just a second. See you later. Really loose. So, this is a very simple thing here. I'm just pretty sure I can get it off my hand now. Yep. After I get this off, I'm going to get this blower up on the table and see what it's all about real quick. So, I'm going to get him out real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I just figured out something. I was trying to pull this apart with the mallet, and I didn't really think about this. But, this bolt is threaded in both sides here. So, yeah, it is coming out slowly but surely. Yeah. So, it's going to take a second. I just want to show y'all that. Right back. Alright, guys, so I got it in two pieces. I had to use an impact wrench in both my hands because this thing kind of fell off and stuff. It did not fall on the floor, but it kind of just came off, and I had to have both hands. I couldn't record it. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna start seeing what it's gonna take to get this separated from this. So I'm gonna take a look at that real quick, and I'm gonna get back to y'all. See ya. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna start taking this cover off. I'm gonna put on time lapse so y'all can see the whole process, and I'll be right back. So I got this off. You just saw the time lapse, and I'm looking at this, and I don't know if y'all see all these scratches, but if the scratches were just in a circular pattern, I would believe the fan blades are doing it. But these fan blades are too short to reach out there, and it goes all the way to the snout. So I think there were some scratches where the nuts were, right down here where the nuts were. And I think someone's taken this apart, taken a screwdriver, and just gone to town on it. Now, if y'all came here to see me use a screwdriver on this old piece of metal, y'all will be disappointed because I am not going to do that. But what I am going to do real quick is I see some weird things here, and I'm going to get this brass brush here, and I'm going to start kind of just scrubbing it. Because I don't know if that's a casting flaw or somebody's put some weld there. And I think it might be either. I don't really know. I think it's just, see, those are casting flaws right there. I just don't know what that is. So I'll have to investigate that more later with Dad. And I'm going to just take a look at this. I'm probably going to try to see if I can take that off and this off tonight before I go back upstairs. So I'll see you guys later. One more thing before I go and start taking this apart. If you look, what do you see on this? Because what I see is we have a bent fan blade right here. So we'll have to fix that real quick when we mess with these. So be right back. Okay guys, so I figured out why this fan blade is bent. If you'll come down here, I used a brush to clean off all this grime down there. And you might be able to see it, that post is threaded. This is threaded on there somehow. And I honestly don't know how. But I can't really do this one-handed. But if you turn this, the handle moves, correct? You know, because of the gears and stuff. So what I'm thinking, this guy that tried to take this apart and clean it up, they used this to try to unscrew it, this fan blade. So they would hold the handle, turn it counterclockwise. No, wait. Well, you know, try to loosen it. And it bent that blade. And he gave up and just took a screwdriver and went to town on this side of the thing. That's what I think. So I'm going to have to think about this thing right here. And I don't know what I'm going to do, because I can't take this off. Because, of course, this has to escape out that hole. And I have to take those 3 screws out to lift this off. But I can't lift this off unless this is off. This is off. So I'm going to do some thinking and see if I can get this off somehow. We just can't get away from Forge Air Supply, can we? Well, I better get back to work on this. See you guys in a second. Okay, guys, so I had to work with both my hands again. And I took this top piece of the case off. And it's going to be kind of difficult to take this thing apart without getting that off, unfortunately. Let me see if I can get the workings in here. Alright, so that's all good. Okay, that is all good. Problem is, every single piece inside of here is rusted. It was laid out inside of an old blacksmith shop. Actually, the blacksmith shop where we do historical reenacting at. And if you look down in there, there is absolutely no oil in here. Just the remnants on the outside. And I can't describe to you the smell that is coming off this oil right now. It is the most stinchiest oil I've ever smelt in my life. Anyways, I'm going to try to figure out how to get this thing apart. And I'll be back with y'all in just a second. Okay, guys, so it looks all normal on this side. But guess what I got off? Ta-da! I just got this off. What I did was I got a flat piece of metal, put in one of the gears. The gears are not messed up, just to say that right now. And I just turned this, you know, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, just turned it to the left. And I got it off. Very simple, didn't bend any blades. Got it all off, and I thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah. Hey guys, so the last time you saw... last clip y'all saw was it over here in the vise, and I just took the fan off. Well, I got the gearbox apart, and I forgot to film it, and I didn't really have enough hands to film it, so you'll see more assembly rather than disassembly, unfortunately. But he finally came down. Yeah.
Working on a corkscrew.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn that into a corkscrew. Maybe we'll make a video.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is all of our parts that we have. Those are all the screws that hold that together. That was the bolt that goes through that and that. Of course, the fan, the handle, that goes to the hub of this, which goes to this main gear. And this main gear turns this little gear, which would be right next to this gear. This gear attaches to this little, let me get out in the open so y'all can actually see it. This one goes to this little worm screw. And that goes to the fan blades. So, it's not very complicated. The hardest thing I got right now was taking this little cone out, because these cones, yeah, here we go. You see there's a cone there, and a cone went here, and inside those cones were ball bearings. So they're shot, completely shot. We gotta get some more. They're 1/4 inch bearings. And so guys, that's about it for that right now. Next thing y'all are gonna see is probably I'm gonna try to maybe degrease some of these before I start cleaning them up. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so I have started on brushing off these parts. I brushed off a lot of gears and stuff. That took a long time, so I didn't want y'all to have to suffer through all that, and got a lot of grease on my hand. And I started on this casing, and all I'm doing is I'm just taking this wire wheel here, and no, not down. From that down is all good now. So I'm going to put you on time lapse real quick, and I'm just going to get this outside done. Hey guys, so I just got done brushing this like y'all saw, and I just wanted to read y'all what it says. It says patented June 11th, 1901, and then it says April 15th, 1902 right there. And I think I showed y'all that before, and then Midway spiral gear blower. And then of course over there it says Champion Blower and Forge Co., Lancaster, Pennsylvania, USA. So, I've done a little research on this, and I'll give y'all the results of that when we have this all back together and functional. And, yeah. So, I just want to show y'all that. Okay, guys, so, I just showed y'all, I think a little bit of, on that, main gear part. Now we're going to the blower housing and the blower fan itself. So what I have here is a bucket full of navel jelly, and I'm going to just start painting it onto these parts so they will start de-rusting. I'm going to do one side at a time on these. And yeah, and just getting a now I'm gonna do that to the other one, and we'll be right back with you. Okay guys, so we got all these parts cleaned up, and I know the bench is an incredible mess right now because I didn't have time to clean it up. Because I was cleaning up these, like we put navel jelly on them, I got it all cleaned off. And when we came in here, we figured out that all the lettering was painted gold. We were gonna paint this black with white letters because we thought it would look pretty good. That's what I thought Champion originally did. But apparently, Champion did gold lettering. So we're going to keep on cleaning this up. And I'm going to tell you all about that process real quick. And we'll see you guys in a second.
Okay guys, so I'm helping John with this piece of it. This is cast iron. And so we're going to clean. He talked about wanting to spray paint this thing. But we got to get all this grease out from the little nooks and crannies. And so, just like we would refinish a cast iron skillet, we're going to do the same treatment on this. So we're going to take a solution of sodium hydroxide. Now we've used this to clean other cast iron before, so that's why it's so dark. This thing doesn't leak, does it?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Yes.
And we're going to...
We procured this from somewhere, and that's going to stay anonymous because we might get in trouble from where we got it. So.
Oh, I don't think so. We bought it at a store.
Well, I mean, Mama might have a little bit of trouble.
See, look at the... Oh, you mean
the thing itself.
Yeah, this was one of Mama's clothes storage containers that John reappropriated, and he unceremoniously dumped the clothing in the over there in our leather room. And
I'll clean it up later.
I think Mom was going to have a problem with that. So you can see here's some old. This is from cleaning a cast iron skillet. That's 7-inch cast iron that we use every day almost.
Yeah.
And so I think it'll have the same effect here, but I think we've got these things. We need to have these things flipped upside down.
Okay.
So we need to get some gloves on and flip these.
Yeah, we can't do it on camera, guys. So we'll see you in a second. Alright guys, so guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn on the camera because I disassembled the stand. All the pieces are right here. I have the pipes over there by the wire wheel, and I just remembered it, and I have a nice before and after here for these two. That's what it looked like before. That's what I got done after. And then these as well. These clamp over the bottom middle section of the pipes. These clamp up here. The pipes rest in here, and they sit right there. And there's a bolt that runs through there and screws down, clamps down through both of these. So I have some more cleaning to do, and I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Alright guys, so about a week later and a lot more work. I got all the parts done. I spray painted the ones. Now this is not like your normal like $2 spray paint from the Walmart. It's the Rust-Oleum hammered cast iron finish. So it's really nice. It's very protective. I put 2 coats of clear on everything just to protect it. I just clear coated the parts for the stand. And I got all that done. Got this done. And all the gears are done. And yeah. Ooh, one more thing I need to show you. He's here. Tell him what you're gonna do with that.
So the handle, the wood handle on this was bad. There are 2 bushings here that allow the handle to roll freely and as you're cranking it. And but the wood was bad, so I'm going to make a new handle for John, and but I'm going to have to grind this down to get this bolt off so that I can slip the new handle on, and then we'll just take it back on and paint it over and we'll be done.
If y'all don't know by now, I really hate making round handles with files and sandpaper. I've had to do it a lot for wrenches, and this one he's gonna help me out since I did it with all the
I
rest
get
of the
stuck
stuff.
with the scrub job.
This is the other thing I want to show y'all. So I got these two things all done. As we were washing it, I think I showed y'all, but we found gold paint that were on the letters, and I don't know if that was original or not, but it was on there when we got it, so I put it back on there. You can see it a little better on this example. I just came in, I had some of the gold metallic finish spray paint, sprayed it in a little cup, and I went in. It took me about an hour to do all the letters. I just came in, I put 2 coats of that on, and then we put a coat of clear after that. And yeah, those 2 are all done. We did the same spray paint for all the external parts, except for, of course, the stand like I showed you, and the fan. That's an internal. It's the only internal part with spray paint on it. And then, of course, 2 coats of clear on all of this. And I think it turned out really good. Don't you think, Dad?
I do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm straightening the handle right now on this.
Yeah, it's okay. So the next thing we have to do. Sorry, this GoPro's about to die, so I have to have it plugged in. The cable's kind of messing with me. We have all these bar bearings. There's 22, 11 for each side. I'm pretty sure. If we didn't lose any, but that's how many came out. They're in this little parts tray here. And you can see that those are virtually brand new. They're a little worn. But these, I don't know if it'll focus, but they're extremely pitted and stuff. So that's where I had to order a new one of those. That's why it took us a week. Had to order 100 quarter-inch ball bearings from McMaster-Carr. Well, I guess Dad supplied the jack for it, but we had to get 100 of them. It was only about $6.50 or something like that for 100, and he got himself some new steel to play around with.
Yeah, let me show.
Yeah.
So this is a piece of 1/2 inch S7. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the composition of the metal is, what the alloy is, but here's the cool thing about S7. Okay, you get it hot, you know, past magnetic, you can forge it to shape. Once you get it to shape, you don't quench it. You don't quench it in oil or anything. You just let it air cool, and it hardens on air cooling. So it makes great chisels. It makes great punches and drifts for the blacksmith forge, because these tips inevitably get hot as you're using them on, you know, to punch or to chisel or whatever. And so sometimes you can lose your temper on the edge. But now with this S7, that's not going to happen. You know, you get it hot, you just lay it aside, let it cool down, it hardens right back up. Really cool stuff. I've seen it on YouTube from Black Bear Forge particularly. He really likes it.
He's a really cool guy. I like watching him.
I do too. If you ever get a chance, go over to Black Bear Forge. He's a great guy. Don't know him or anything, so it's not a personal thing or anything. It's just he's a good guy, a really good blacksmith, and he keeps his show clean, which I really like. And so I bought this based on his recommendation, so I can't wait to give it a shot.
And 1 foot only costs like what, $7, something like that, $8.
Yeah.
6 feet costs about $30, but that's pretty good for that kind of cool steel like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and of course
so
we got
I just
that.
got a foot just to play with it. So I'm going to make 2. I'm going to make a chisel and a punch, and we'll see how they work.
We might even make a video out of it.
Oh, that would be. Yeah, we will make a video out of it.
Yeah, we'll make a video out of it. So cool. All right. So I'm going to show y'all something here in a second.
Hey everyone, I'm stealing the camera for just a minute. I want to ask you a question. I just finished making this corkscrew for a friend of mine. He wanted a corkscrew, handmade on the forge. And what I'd like for you to do is in the comments, would you please leave a comment as to whether you like this or not. This is for a right-handed person, so they put their hand here like this, and then they can turn the corkscrew that way. John doesn't like the curly Q in the back. He thinks just doesn't like that curly Q.
I don't think the angle's right. It makes my hand go up too high. I don't like that. But
so, tell me what you think. And tell you what, tell me what you think we ought to charge for something like this. Now I'll turn it back to John.
All right. Hey guys. So we have our gearbox here. I'm gonna put that together first because I have just about all the components besides the handle. So you know, am I in the frame? Okay. No, turn it back. That. Okay. So the first thing we have to do is, y'all didn't see this, but this gear has to go in this. The side cut gear has to go in first. Doesn't matter where. It has to be over on this side. Kind of like, can y'all see that in there? Has to be over here because I have to slide this little worm gear through this side. And once you put this in, you cannot get that gear inside or take it out. So I'm trying to figure out how to film this and hold all the ball bearings in at the same time. So I'm going to figure out in just a second. I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, so I got that gear in like I showed y'all. Now we're putting this worm gear in. But all of the ball bearings, if you try to put it in without this in, we got the other side in because Dad had to help me. And you kind of center it, and then you just drop them in. You got to put 11 in each side like I kind of said before, I think. But I forgot, honestly. And the other side I didn't mess with, so I don't have to adjust this. I just have to screw it down to where it's tight. These bearings are a little oily. Just kind of find a place for it. That should be 10, and that is 11. All right, now we have to tighten this cone onto there.
It kind of makes the other side of the race.
Yeah. And I can just hand tighten it until...
So I'm going to come around to the other side, John.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry about the movement of the camera. But I think I can... Got that on straight?
Yeah. It's just the threads are a little gnarled.
Right there on the edge.
Yeah.
Does that have a flat spot on it?
Flat spot. These two?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use a wrench, but
Okay.
I just don't want to hold the other side.
Hang on, guys. We'll be right back. I'm going to try to help him hold this.
Okay, guys, so we just got this in. We couldn't film much of it because it took both of our hands to get everything in, but as you can see, it is much smoother than those last bearings were with those flat spots and all those pitting. So now, we are going to start installing this. We have to put this gear through its shaft now, but we have to get the this bushing in first. So it's partway in, but it just takes a little more tapping. Just get it flush with the surface. It needs to go down just a little bit more. There, now it's flush. Okay, and see, on the inside, that is what that runs through. So, we take that out. Now, we need to get this. This is the very tricky part. We have to get this gear's keyway lined up, put this gear beside that, get its keyway lined up. Oh, got some crap on that side. Get this keyways lined up, and put this in right while putting this bushing in. So this one's the most complicated part of the whole process, short of that putting in the bearings and stuff. So I'm going to think about how to do this real quick, and we will be right back with you. Okay, guys. So we had to line all these things up with 4 hands, and we got it in. We had to line up the bushings. The bushings are in, so I'm just tapping it. Just tapping this bushing on in. I think we're going to have to both be hitting on each side because it's rocking back and forth.
Okay, ready?
Ready?
We'll do it 1, 2, 3, okay.
Hang on.
hang on. I'll tell you what. Let's do. Let's put a clamp on that so it won't
Put a
come out.
clamp
Yeah.
on it? Okay.
Yeah. Let's put a clamp on it.
Alright.
Okay. So
Alright.
I'm going to have to shut this off
Okay,
again to get
that's
a
fine.
clamp on.
Okay, what's up, everybody? So, it's probably been, what would you say, 3-4 months? No, not 3-4 months. Probably about a month. Since,
Couple months, maybe.
probably about a month since we were working on this blower. It has been absolutely insane at my house. We have had, well, Dad has broken his thumb recently, so that put a halt on stuff. Yeah, that's really nice. It's starting to heal up, though, so that's really good. The last thing we had to do since y'all saw me last was we had to put a handle on, well, a wood handle on the bar that drives it. And it's working real good now. So, there's the inside of it. And the Midway spiral gear blower. Champion and Forge Company, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, USA. So I hope y'all like this restoration. I hope it was kind of entertaining to y'all. And we got a new blower for our new forge we're gonna be making. That will be a video hopefully sometime next year, possibly. We're still trying to work out all the kinks and everything. So, well, we'll see you guys next time.